Get ready. Woo. We are good, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive.
Well, good day. Welcome to another episode of the Wrestle Bob podcast, or the Bobby Wrestling Show, either one you want to call them. I'm your homeboy, Wrestle Bob, better known as Bob TV. I'm going to make this real quick because I'm on my way right now to a WrestleMania watch party, night one in Midtown Manhattan. And then tomorrow, before I go to work, I'm going to another WrestleMania watch party for night two. So I never gave my predictions of what happened. I haven't been commenting at all on this wrestling card because this WrestleMania buildup has been lackadaisy. It has been lazy. It sucks. We always talk about let Papa Triple H cook and all that stuff. He ain't cooking jack. He ain't cooking nothing. He's not even boiling water. I don't know what happened to Triple H. I don't know where The Rock is in this whole equation. I just don't know. So hopefully tomorrow we'll find out what's going on with The Rock. What's going on with Tavis, whatever his name, the rapper. What is going on? This whole Mania buildup has been the worst one in a long time. And we're going to go through my predictions of what's going to happen, who's going to win. We're going to go over the card. I'm going to give you my prediction on who's going to win. And I'm going to also talk about how they're going to win. How I believe they're going to win in these particular cards. Some of these cards don't make sense. You got people that's on the card that shouldn't be on the card, and people that should be on the card that's not on the card. It's just crazy. So let's get right into it right now. The first one I'm going to go into right now. Yeah, wrong scene. Where I'm at. The first one I'm going to go into is night one. We're going to have Rey Mysterio. This is night one. This is tonight. This is the build-up for tonight. You got you got Rey Mysterio, who may be injured and may need to be replaced. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to replace him with Rey Fénix, a man who just got there, who's going to have a WrestleMania moment. I don't understand what's going on. You realize how hard people have to work and how many people that's been there in the WWE that's just climbing for a WrestleMania moment. And these guys come in not even 6 months into WWE, straight out of AEW, the so-called non-competition, and they're going to get a WrestleMania spot? Are you freaking kidding me? I mean, I love Penta. Penta is great. I love Rey Fénix. He is great. But these guys just got there, man, and they getting WrestleMania moments. Are you freaking kidding me? What the hell is going on with Triple H? Now, like I said, you got Americana Grande, El Grande, whatever his name is. Everybody say it's Chad Gable. I'm telling you, it's not Chad Gable. Chad Gable's a little bit shorter. That's why they call him Shorty G. It's not Chad Gable, but he gets a WrestleMania moment. Don't get me wrong. Americana Grande, El Grande, is a phenomenal luchador, one of the best in the business, a legend, stellar record, all over Mexico. And now he's finally in the WWE, just like Penta, just like Rey Fénix. All 3 of these luchadors are getting WrestleMania moments. And this one is against one of the best luchador wrestlers of all time. That's Rey Fénix. I mean, not Rey Fénix, but Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio deserved to be in that spot. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a legend. He brings eyes to the products. He's the one bringing in these new luchadors into the WWE. He deserves to be in that spot. But because Triple H, the idiot that he is, gonna have these guys work the night before Mania. How do you have these guys work the night before Mania on Friday Night SmackDown, and then you know they're gonna work Saturday night, tonight at Mania? Not letting the guys rest up. Soon as the event is over with, soon as SmackDown is over with, you tell them to go all the way to the Hall of Fame, which is on the other part of Las Vegas, the hotel. You're gonna have them go from there to the Hall of Fame? And then they got to go to the after party, and now you expect them to wrestle a stellar match tonight. Like these guys are not human. Well, Rey hurt himself and was seen being carried out behind the scenes. So he's hurt. Now, I don't know if he's going to show up tonight, but 9 times out of 10, because Rey Fénix's brother is in the main event, they're going to pick Rey Fénix over the Dragon. They're going to pick Rey Fénix over the Dragon. Now, the Dragon should be in that position, but he's not. They're going to put Rey Fénix and have Rey Fénix wrestle Americana Grande. El Grande, dude named himself out of Starbucks coffee. He named himself out of Starbucks coffee, Americana Grande. Anyway, my prediction in this match is Rey Mysterio is going to lose if he wrestle. And Rey Fenix is going to lose because Rey Fenix does not deserve a WrestleMania win. And the Negro just got there 2 weeks ago to the WWE. No. He's not a former WWE wrestler like Jody Rose, a.k.a. Cody Rhodes. But Chad Gable, whom they claim is American El Grande, which I don't believe, hailing from the Gulf of America, he's going to win this particular one. And it's probably going to be because of the hard head, the steel plate that he got in the head, like they said Dusty Rhodes used to have. So I predict that he will win this particular event. I'm just going to go through them real quick. Then you got the why is this one popping up? Let me get this one. Then you got the next match after that, which is Jade versus Naomi, aka Trinity Fatu. Now this is a Fatu heavy WrestleMania. You got Trinity Fatu, the wife of Jonathan Fatu, Jimmy Uso. You got Jay Uso, who is also known as Jonathan Fatu. You got Jacob Fatu that's wrestling. You got so many Fatus that wrestle. Solo Sikoa, he probably will wrestle Randy Orton, I don't know, but he is a Fatu. So you got a heavy Fatu wrestling card that's going on at Mania. 4 Fatus minimum going to be performing at WrestleMania. Talking about nepotism. That's nepotism to the highest degree. But anyway, it's Trinity Fatu, a.k.a. Naomi, that's going to be going against Jade Cargill, the the future of the women's division of the WWE. Only been in the business less than 5 years. That's going to go up against a legend, a former WWE World Champion, a former TNA World Champion, former Tag Team Champion. So they're going to be going up against each other. And I'm going to deal with this later on in the card for tomorrow, I believe. With this tag team things, because last year they was jobbing Naomi out. She was losing to everybody, and I did a video about that that did pretty well for my first few videos up here. She was being jobbed out, and I was getting frustrated, and I was getting upset. But to split these three up was a big mistake. They could have did that a little later. They didn't have to do that during Mania. But my prediction is Jade Cargill is going to win. Jade Cargill is going to win somehow because Bianca. I don't think Bianca's going to get involved with this one, but somehow somebody's going to interfere. I have no clue who it is. I got a feeling if Jade Cargill lose, it's because Naomi got backup. Now, who is this backup going to be? I don't believe it's going to be Bianca Belair. So scratch that out. I believe Naomi is going to form a bond with Lash Legend. Lash Legend was going against heavily the tag team of Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. I got a feeling that she's going to get a reinforcement with Lash Legends, that whole team. I don't know the name of the team. I don't watch NXT as much as I should, but as you can see, NXT is not down here, just WWE. But yeah, I think she's going to get her a stable, and she deserves a stable. She deserved a bad girl stable. Now, when Jade was in AEW, she had her stable called the Baddies. I always thought Jade should have came in, should turn heel. Jade is a better heel, just like Cody Rhodes is a better heel. This face Jade or this face Cody Rhodes, I'm not a fan of it, not going to support it, and I'm always going to talk against this. Jade is better by herself as a giant. She need to be built up like Braun Breaker. She need to be built up like a Goldberg type of person, that smash and pin type person. That's Jade Cargill. Now let's go on to the next one. There's another one. Jacob Fatu just got there, and I don't think he deserved a U.S. title shot. He don't deserve a WrestleMania moment. The person that does deserve that WrestleMania moment should have been Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Hayes, not Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Hayes, he deserved that spot. What's his name? Jesus. Can't think of the name. Charlotte husband, former wife. Charlotte. I got my mind on this. I got to catch my bus real quick. Charlotte, husband. Dang. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it, but you know who I'm talking about. I think he deserved to be in that spot. Not Jacob. Now, Jacob, don't get me wrong, is a beast. His time would come. His world title time is going to come. But hey, this is just a filler because at the end of the day, Jacob Fatu is not going to win. He should win, but he's not going to win. LA Knight is going to get his WrestleMania moment with a title, so well deserved. Jacob Fatu can take a loss against LA Knight, and it wouldn't hurt who he is. I don't know if Braun Strowman is going to get involved, but I got a feeling Solo Sikoa is going to get involved. He's going to act like he's helping Jacob, but he's not on purpose. He's not going to help Jacob. Jacob's going to lose, but at the end of the day, he's going to say, look, I'm not bad. I thought I was, trying to help you out, and this is going to cause more of a wedge between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa in their relationship. Now, they go way back to MLW times. They go way back to San Francisco where they trained under Rikishi. These guys go back. They're really, really close people. So this storyline is going to end up being Solo Sikoa is going to appear to help Jacob Fatu, and he's really not going to help him. He's going to do something to make it look like it was by accident, and it's not going to be by accident. It's going to be purposeful, but it looked like it was an accident, costing Jacob Fatu his title shot at Mania and giving LA Knight his first real congratulatorial WrestleMania moment. It may not be the main title, and yet at the same time, Jacob Fatu is not going to be upset. Solo is not going to be upset because this will be his second or third WrestleMania moment coming straight from NXT. And here you got somebody that the WWE fought hard for in the MLW lawsuit to get to the WWE. And not in less than a year's time, he's getting a WrestleMania moment. Do I think he should be in that moment? No, not really. Don't get me wrong. Huge fan of Jacob Fatu, but it was a little too fast. There's other people that deserve that spot. Now, going on to the next event for tonight, you got the New Day versus the War Raiders. Now, why are we having this match? We just had this match last Friday. Why are we having, we just had this match Monday. Why are we having this match? We've seen this match before. We've seen this match plenty of times. Why are they being put on a WrestleMania card? The New Day don't need a WrestleMania moment. They have been in just about every WrestleMania ever since they formed the tag team. So they don't need a WrestleMania winning the title moment. Street Profits need a WrestleMania maintaining the title moment. Heck, if they lost, I'm not a fan of the Motor City Machine Guns. They just got there. They don't deserve that, but they're getting a WrestleMania moment. If anybody deserves a WrestleMania, it's DIY winning the title, but it's the Street Profits retaining their titles, but the Street Profit is not even on the card. Two black brothers, tag team champions, and Triple H didn't even put them on the card. Last year, you had the opportunity to get Jade Cargill, and I told you they was going to form a tag team and dominate. You had the opportunity to get Jade Cargill and Naomi on a WrestleMania card to go for the titles and win against Io Sky and Bailey. Was it Bailey or Io Sky and what's her name? I'm losing names today. But that tag team of Damage Control. You had Jade Cargill versus and Naomi versus Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus let me slow down. Versus Damage Control. Maybe I stop going so fast. I'm trying to rush so I can get out of here. Let me slow down. You got Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair versus Damage Control. You had an opportunity to give those ladies the win and let them run as a tag team and give Naomi an opportunity to go for the world title. Now, she's went for the world title. She went for mid-card titles and lost. Nobody cost her the match. Not from the sister girl end, not from the big three end. So you're going to give them Liv Morgan, and we're going to talk about, you're going to give Liv Morgan and Rodriguez, you're going to give them a WrestleMania tag team moment. You're going to give Bayley, and you're going to give, what's the name? I'm losing names. You're going to give Valkyrie a WrestleMania moment. But let's get into it. You got the Street Profits versus the War Raiders. I mean, not the Street Profits, but the New Day. Now, I got a feeling the New Day is going to win. Here's why. Online, they're going around saying Big E is going to show up at WrestleMania. And he will. He's doing commentary. He's there now. He will show up at WrestleMania. They believe that because they trashed Big E during their so-called heel turn to get some heel heat, that Big E is going to get his revenge on them. No, Big E is going to get his revenge, but it's not going to be on them. He's going to go in and act like he's doing revenge on the New Day, but at the end of the day, those his brothers. They didn't put him out for good. They didn't cost him his job. And why didn't they do that? Because this is all a swerve. He's going to go in and help them win the title. He's going to appear to be on the side of War Raiders, but he's going to help the New Day win their titles back. And he's going to be exactly what he said he's going to be, the New Day's heel manager. Big E wanted heel heat. Xavier wanted heel heat. Kofi wanted heel heat. They wanted to become heels after being all these years baby faces, just like John Cena. All these years baby faces. This is the year to heel. Everybody who was a baby face, the good guy, is going bad this year. And that's what's going to happen. That is my prediction. My prediction is the New Day will win. How they win? Big E is going to come out there acting like he's going to be, getting his revenge on the New Day after that so-called heel turn where they didn't do nothing to him. Just let him walk out without jumping them. That's not a real heel turn. A heel turn is you kick him in the balls, just like John Cena did Cody, and you beat the crap out of him. They didn't do that with Big E. So this proves to me that this is all a swerve. Big E is going to come out there acting like he's going to help the War Raiders when he's really going to help his boys, the New Day. And they're going to be a heel team. He's going to be more like the heel manager because he's not going to be able to wrestle yet because he's still got the neck issues. But he will help them win their titles back. Now, let's go to the next card. Flair Stratton, one of the worst WrestleMania build up of all time. You got two uppity white chicks, two Nepo babies, rich girls, Tiffany Stratton, which is a playoff of your girl from Canada, and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair has won enough titles. Nobody's going to catch up with Charlotte Flair in title wins. She's almost caught up with her daddy. I think she's 14 times world champion. So Charlotte can take a loss against Tiffany Stratton. But this is Charlotte. And WWE favors Charlotte. So will Charlotte lay down for Tiffany? She may. But it's going to be a fluke win. It's probably going to be a win by the most devastating sports move of all time, the roll-up. She's going to win. But it's going to be a good match, and it's going to be a brutal match. But Charlotte's going to control most of that match, but Tiffany is going to win. Now, how she's going to win, I believe it's just going to be a quick roll-up, and she's going to win. Or something's going to happen to Charlotte, and she's going to get a quick roll-up and win. And it's going to be Charlotte's fault. Charlotte going to blame herself. in this situation. Can Tiffany Stratton beat Charlotte Flair? Nah. Well, the older Charlotte Flair just had a baby with Andrade. That's the guy who I was talking about earlier that should have won, that should have been in the U.S. title match instead of the Andre the Giant Memorial. He should have won the U.S. title, had his WrestleMania moment. But yeah, I got a feeling Tiffany is gonna win. And boy, will she talk trash. She's gonna talk trash. But hey, you got somebody that's waiting in the wind to take that title from her, which will happen real soon. All right, so let's go to the next match. Like I said, it's a far too heavy WrestleMania. You got Gunther, a.k.a. Walter, a real wrestler, a real man that should be feared, a real man that should never be jobbed out to no mid-carder or no mid-carder wannabe, not even a superstar. If anything, let me slow down for a second. They have trotted all these guys out to lay down for Cody Rhodes to make him look like he's all that, to get him from inside people's minds like mine, a mid-carder that they're trying to portray as a world champion. They got everybody out to lose to this guy, Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles. Come on, man. You know Cody Rhodes, Jody Rhodes is not on that level. But they keep jobbing these guys out, talking about how great he is. And you surpassed me in status. He has not surpassed you, Randy Orton. Stop lying. Everybody out there glazing this guy in line just to make him look good. And that's why I'm so glad that John Cena is exposing him for who he really is. He don't even know who he is. We're going to get to that a little later. He don't know who he is. And we're going to explain that a little later. But let me deal with this match. Gunther lost his Intercontinental title to who of all people? Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn couldn't win the world title, so he beats Gunther for the IC title and don't even keep it that long. Lost it to Braun Breaker. On the flip end, Jey Uso could not beat him for the Intercontinental, could not beat him for the world, but just because he got a cool entrance, which is originally him and his brother's entrance, it's his now, and he got a cool entrance, and he got a cool saying, and it's marketable, and you can sell a lot of tapes, and the crowd get hyped. The only reason Jey Uso is going to win this match is because they need a feel-good WrestleMania moment for night one, tonight. They need that. Should they get it? Should we get it? We don't deserve it. No, we should not make Gunther sacrifice himself again at a Mania for the crowd to feel good. Gunther is a beast, a real wrestler, and we're going to job him out to Jey Uso because he got a cool phrase, yeet? Because he got a cool entrance? Because he sells shades with yeet on it? See, this is what's horrible about wrestling today. They're more concerned about marketing and making money, which they should, than actually being real. It is truly sports entertainment. Rock was trying to usher back in wrestling, and Triple H still doing the sports entertainment crap. Jey Uso is not on the level of Gunther. Last WrestleMania, Jey Uso went against his brother, and that was the worst match of all time. Their dream match, their personal dream match. They got it, thanks to nepotism from The Rock. They got that match, and nepotism from their cousin Roman Reigns. They got that match, and it was the worst match on the card. And now you're trying to tell me Jey Uso going to put out a banger of a match against Gunther? Of all people, Gunther? Get out of here, man. What I believe is going to happen, Gunther is going to win. He's going to retain. This is my prediction. The only reason Jey Uso win is because the WWE wants to give the universe that feel-good moment, but we don't deserve it. Gunther should win. Gunther should retain. How? Here's how. Sami Zayn has been off TV for about 2 months now. After that last match with Kevin Owens, he's been out. They kept him out for a reason. I got a feeling Gunther, maybe Imperium, is going to come out there and whoop on Jey. Got a feeling Jimmy may come out to help Jay. I got a feeling Sammy is going to come out to appear to help Jimmy and Jay deal with Emporium. But what I got a feeling is either Sammy is going to turn on Jay and cost him the match, because why? This is supposed to be Sammy's spot. Sammy defeated Gunther for the Intercontinental title, not Jay. If anybody should be going for that world title and deserves a world title shot after all these years, it's Sami Zayn, not Jay. Now, he can get his world title shot against Sami Zayn by Sammy winning against Gunther in the future, maybe SummerSlam. But no, Sammy should cost Jay that match because, as Raven used to say in WCW, it should have been Sammy. It should have been me. You lost so many times. I beat Gunther. If anybody deserved to win the World Championship, it's me. And I know we were brothers and Usos and Sammy Uso and all that, but your brother was right. I'm a snake. You were right. You can't trust me. And it's time for Sammy to go heel too. This face Sammy need to go. I told you this is the year where the good guy go heel. Sammy need to go heel and cost Jay that match, which will build up a three-way match between Sami Zayn, Jay Uso, and Gunther at SummerSlam in New York, which I'm going to try to go, but the tickets are high as crap. And out of that match, Sammy should win. That's just my prediction. This is my prediction. This is what I want to see happen. This is not what I believe. This is not what I want to see happen. Yes, I want to see this happen. But this is what I actually believe is going to happen. Now, let's go to the next one. We're talking about night one of WrestleMania. The next one is Reigns versus Rollins versus CM Punk. Paul Heyman on a pole match. They're wrestling for custody of Paul Heyman. You got two longtime enemies. Now, understand the story behind the Shield. CM Punk wanted the former stable behind him called the Shield. He picked out Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. John Moxley, in AEW. But they didn't need him. Before they can really get going, CM Punk punked out like the punk he is. Crybaby Punk left wrestling because he couldn't get ready around. He can't get ready around. They left wrestling because of a little punk. And tried to do MMA, got his behind whooped in the MMA. Needed some money, so he went back to AEW after 10 years. They did whatever they could to put this guy over. You know, gave him their top belt twice, put him at the main event in Wembley Stadium, over 70,000 people. He got a big WrestleMania-like moment. And here he is for the second year on the card for WrestleMania, but he's not really the WrestleMania main event. You can call this a main event all you want to, but this is not the main event. The main event is Cody versus John Cena. Just because you headlining WrestleMania night one does not mean you are the main event. But this is the main event of night one. And my predictions in this wrestling match is that Punk and Reigns might get so caught up in the Paul Heyman aspect that Seth will take advantage of one of the two, curb stomp and pin. Now, this could go the other way because Seth and Roman Reigns has legendary heat for one another. And Seth figured that I'm trying to be the savior, the Monday night savior of WWE, and save people from the real messiah of WWE, Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the one who cares nothing about himself. Really don't make no sense because the man really put his whole family on and brought him up the main event level, even brought Seth up the main event level. Even when his popularity was gone, he brought him back up. Just through that avenue of last WrestleMania event when he went on to be the real bloodline slayer by sacrificing his body to help Cody win. Which I thought he should have turned on Cody the next day after all the hell that Cody went through, put him through. But yeah, this can go either way. I don't see Roman Reigns winning. I believe Roman Reigns is going to lose, but he's not going to get pinned. I believe either Seth Rollins is going to pin Punk or Punk is going to pin Seth Rollins. One of the two. Either way, I can't see Punk hating Roman Reigns because of Paul Heyman. And I really can't believe Roman Reigns hating Punk because of Paul Heyman. I can see why Seth and Punk hate each other. Dude, you left and went to another company that was coming against us. Bad enough you quit. You're going to start something you didn't finish and quit. And then you're going to lay low for 10 years. You're going to try MMA, get your butt whipped. Then you can't do MMA. So you go back to wrestling, but you don't come back to this company. You go back to our competition. They say it's no competition. And even there, you were a cancer. You were a problem. You were a spoiled brat. Can't get what you want. And if you don't, you're going to cry and cause problem. You're that type of person. Now you want to come back to WWE and be that type of person. Get out of here. You are bad for this company. So I believe Seth will see more of that versus, I always hated Roman. Ain't nothing new under the sun. It's more important that I kill Punk versus killing Roman. I could deal with Roman a little bit later, but this guy, I got to get him out the business. So I can see that them two focusing on each other, that even Roman might get a win. So this can go either way. The question is, who will Paul side with? That's the question. And honestly speaking, that's a question I can't answer. I can't tell you my predictions on this one because I've seen where Paul Heyman act like he was an outcast of Roman Reigns, and there was a setup, a.k.a. the Brock Lesnar match when Brock Lesnar came back and say, hey, he's my advocate. He may be your tribal chief, but he's my advocate. And he's working for me. Ain't that right, Paul? Stern division. And at the end of the day, Roman fired Paul, but Paul ended up using that head fake to help Roman win. And it might happen in this one too. Anyway, that's my prediction of night 1 WrestleMania. We're going to go to night 2. It is 7:02, and I got to hurry up and get out of here. Styles versus Paul. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Now, these Pauls always figure they got to steal the headline and not lose. Now, Logan Paul has been losing some matches. He's been winning some matches. And look, much as I hate the guy's a natural at this. He's good. He's a good wrestler. He's good. His rookie year wasn't that long ago. I thought Bad Bunny was a great wrestler for an entertainer, but this guy is a great wrestler. And he got that new move called a pulverizer or something, pulvinator. Great move. So this is going to be a great match, AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. At the end of the day, I got a feeling Logan Paul is going to cheat his way to beating AJ Styles. And AJ Styles, he's winding down. He's about to retire, and he's going to end up training at WWE. So he's in a period where he's going to be putting people over. And Logan Paul need to be put over at WrestleMania. He deserved this WrestleMania moment. Both of them are getting a WrestleMania moment. But letting Logan Paul win this one is going to be a plus for AJ. Proving to him that he could be used to put people over and help new wrestlers become superstars in the WWE. I don't think nobody's going to get involved. Maybe some internet superstar that's hiding in a prime bottle going to get caught and AJ going to whoop his behind and, maybe something like that. I don't know, but, I'm going for Logan Paul on this one. The next one is this one. We've seen this match over and over again. Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. We've seen that umpteen time. We saw it last WrestleMania. He cashed in on Damian Priest at WrestleMania because it's too focused on Punk. Now, going backwards, if anybody that's going to cause somebody the match that can cause Punk the match tonight, it will be Drew. I could see Drew doing that. I can see Drew coming out of nowhere and causing Punk to lose. And then at the same time, him and Damian Priest is doing their Las Vegas street fight. And somehow Punk getting his revenge that night, costing Drew McIntyre a loss against Damian Priest. Damian Priest, another WrestleMania moment for his young career at the WWE. Hey, I'm all for it. But it don't hurt anything at all if Drew McIntyre loses to Damian Priest because of Punk interference, because he can blame it on Punk, and he can say, I blame it all on Punk. I can't stop thinking about Punk. And so that's my prediction for night 2. Matter of fact, I'm not going to predict night 2. That's it. I'm not going to go through. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let me get into it. So that's the Damian Priest street fight. Then we're going to go to the Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio versus Penta versus Braun Breaker. Now, this match is going to be hilarious because Penta is there as a filler. He's not winning. Get out of here. You having somebody come in less than a year to win, get out of here. Somebody from another wrestling promotion. Finn Balor, of all people who should win this, it should be Finn Balor, because Finn Balor has lost at major events, major titles. He should have beat Roman Reigns a long time ago, but God spared Roman Reigns when that tightrope dropped when he was playing the Demon. The Demon should have won that match, but it was the grace of God that saved Roman from winning that match. So Finn, as the Demon, should have been the Undisputed World Champion. Yet at the same time, you got Dominic Mysterio. And right now, I got a feeling Dominic is going to win. I don't know how. It's going to be a great match. Him and Finn is going to be working together, and he's going to cost Finn the match. And Finn is going to be pissed. Finn should win. He deserves to win. He deserved to be the Intercontinental Champion. Heck, he deserved to be a Universal. If anybody deserved to have that title, it's not Jody Rose, it's Finn Balor. And Finn Balor should be able to challenge Jody Rose for that, but they wouldn't allow it. They wouldn't allow it. At the end of the day, Dominique is going to steal a pin. And in his mind, they're going to have this idea that whoever wins, it's okay. As long as that belt goes to the Judgment Day, it's okay, when in reality, Finn is always in his mind, it got to be me that win. And if I don't win, it's going to be a problem. Who are you to win? But, hey, as long as it comes to the Judgment Day, well, Dominique's going to win. Either Liv is going to help them win, and Dominique's going to be the new IC champion, and Finn is going to be pissed. All of them going to be pissed. But that's my prediction. Dominic Mysterio is going to win this particular 4-way match, and it's going to be because either Finn Balor going to do so great, and he's going to be able to put somebody in position where you can get a 1, 2, 3 out of them. Heck, you can get a 10 count out of them. But somebody's going to pull them at the ring, and Dominic going to see the opportunity. He's going to take it in pin. Who's going to eat the pin? I don't know. I got a feeling it's going to be a hurt Penta. Anyway, that's my prediction. Let's go to the next one. Lady Judgment Day versus Lara Valkyria, whatever her name is, and Bayley. This match shouldn't even be on the card. This match should have been Jade Cargill and Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus the Lady Judgment Day, the Ladies of Judgment Day. Heck, it should have been Lash Legend them. It should have been that crew, Lash Legend and whatever her name. They should be getting a WrestleMania moment against those two ladies and winning. Bringing the tag team titles home to NXT. Wrestling on all 3 shows. A first. A WrestleMania title event, tag team title, women's title event, where somebody from NXT that wins the title and begin to build their wrestling legacy on going to all 3 brands defending the title. Well, we know none of these will do it. And at the end of the day, the Ladies Intercontinental title should be up the grabs. Every title should be online at WrestleMania. The shows. the Super Bowl of wrestling. Every title should be on the line, including the Intercontinental title and the U.S. title. But neither are on the line. And y'all say Triple H is doing good booking? This is horrible booking. At the end of the day, Ladies of Judgment Day going to win. Bayley's going to turn on Valkyria, and she's going to go for the IC title after Mania when she should have been going for it at Mania. The next one is this one. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. My prediction is Io Sky is going to win because they're going to keep their focus going to be on each other. Now, Bianca Belair should win. She has given Io her props. She's not underestimating Io or Ripley. She's not underestimating Ripley. She's not underestimating anybody. Ripley should not be in this match, but as usual, she cried and got her what she wanted. Just like Ripley shouldn't have been in that match, and Ripley should have lost that match in her hometown against Nia Jax, because Nia Jax is from Australia too. Rhea Ripley has been given everything she wanted from the WWE. That time is over with. The person who should win this match is Bianca Belair because she earned it. And she usually don't win at Mania. I don't think she ever, lose at Mania. I don't think she ever lost at Mania. And this would cause her a loss. Now, Io Sky is going to win because the whole point is she's going to have to make y'all realize that I'm nobody to overlook. Now, she has had title shots and lost her title shot to she's lost her title to Bayley. So she's come to WrestleMania with a title. This is her second time coming to WrestleMania with a title, Io. Should she walk out this time? Yes, so the world can see that she's on the level of these two powerhouse of women and that she used her height and her smarts to defeat them. But I want Bianca Belair to win because she's such a great champion. One that will fight anybody. One that will represent the company very well. One that represent the sister girls of this world like that and a whole bunch of kids. But yet, Io deserves it too. Io deserves the win too. Know who don't deserve it? Ripley. Ripley don't deserve jack. All right, so we're going to go to the next one. Now, I need to go back. What's going to cause Io Sky to win? I got a feeling Naomi is going to get involved with Bianca Belair's match and cost her the match, which is going to bring Jade Cargill in. Now, Bianca Belair may help her win the match, which is going to bring Jade Cargill in, and Jade Cargill is going to be beating up on Naomi. And then Bianca feel like she got to break the two up. And then Jay's going to whoop up on Belair. This is my prediction. What happens if Bianca Belair wins the title? Then those three is going to get in a three-way match for the title soon. Anyway, enough of that. Last but not least, Cena versus Cody. Let's deal with Randy versus whoever. I don't know who's going to come in wrestle Randy. It could be Aleister Black re-debuting and beating Randy. Randy don't mind going over. He's at their age. But it got to be somebody worth it. Who knows? Who knows? They say it could be Jeff Cobbs. No, Jeff Cobbs not going to debut at WrestleMania. Stop it. But hopefully it probably could be Kevin Owens. It could be Solo Sikoa. It could be quite a few people that pops up that night. I don't know. At the end of the day, they're going to let Randy win because he's a staple of WWE, and they're not going to let. He's protected himself, so he's not going to lose like talking about unless some legend come back to wrestle Randy Orton, maybe Batista, who knows. And last but not least, the main event of main events, John Cena versus Jody Rhodes. The heavily protected since day one, Vince brought him in, gave him a WrestleMania moment from Jumpstart. Had him wrestle Seth Rollins, a stable in WWE, a legend, a multi-times world champion, and have him job himself out to Cody Rhodes. Do 3 more matches to Cody Rhodes or Jody Rhodes. As we all know, and I did a video, the story is a bunch of lies. It's not true what Cody said. Cody's a liar. That's why I'm glad John Cena is here to expose Cody for the liar that he is. Cody's a liar, a bald-faced liar. And John Cena is right. You don't even know who you are. You want to be your daddy, so you bleach blonde your hair. Your hair is really black, but you want to bleach blonde it like your dad, so you can look like your dad. You try to talk like your dad without the soul vernacular. Yet you try to dress like Ric Flair when you don't have a match, but when you have a match, you try to dress like Homelander. Dude, you don't know who you are. And you know you're big. You know you're a heel. You know you are a better heel with the black hair, running around with the Bullet Club. You're the biggest jerk around, but you won't let that part of you go. And John Cena said, I'm here to pull it out of you. I'm going to pull all that heel out of you. Just like Ray Wyatt pulled it out of me, I'm going to pull it out of you. I'm going to expose you for the bad guy that you are. And I really believe that we're going to see some evilness out of Cody Rhodes. Now, he's not winning. John is going to win. He's going to break that title. He's going to take the title. He's going to probably trash it. He's going to keep it, and they're going to be forced to get a new title, and the new title is going to be the one that Cody always wanted. They're going to have Cody chase the title. Cody shouldn't have to go back and chase that title. If anybody need to go back and chase the title and get his title back, is Roman Reigns, not Cody Rhodes. Roman should be able to say, look, Cody, you dropped the ball. You had a year. You wasn't all that. You were a lame champion. I'm coming to get my championship back, and I'm going to run right through you. And if I have to get my whole family reunited to stop you from getting that title, I am. But at the end of the day, Cody's going to lose that match. Rock will get involved. Travis Scott will get involved. Maybe a whole couple of people, other people get involved. Maybe Seth Rollins may get involved. Because Seth Rollins came to help Cody win that title. If it wasn't for Seth Rollins taking that chair shot, being the sacrifice, Cody would not be champion. So and if it wasn't for John Cena, Cody would not be champion. So those people who are coming after Cody right now, you're not going to see it. If Cody's going to lose that match, it could be because of Seth Rollins, not just The Rock. The Rock can get thwarted by Steve Austin. Travis Scott can get thwarted by, let's say, Bad Bunny. Who knows? Or who knows? Or Drake. Who knows? But at the same time, you got Seth Rollins that may come in that ring, that like he's going to help Cody again. And he chair shots Cody. He goes heel on Cody. Cody loses. And he's joined the John Cena, Rock, Travis Scott stable. Well, that's my predictions for night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. I'm getting ready to get out of here at 7 o'clock. The event probably already started. I can watch it on the bus on my way to the event. I'm going to be in Midtown Manhattan at a bar having a good time at the watch party. And we'll come back with the results of tonight. See if I was on point or not. I'm usually on point. I don't hit it all the time, but my predictions are always true. You can go watch the previous videos that I've had before. You'll see that a lot of my predictions are true. And but every now and then I miss it because I'm not perfect. But that's night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. My predictions are who's going to win, who's going to lose, and how. I'm Bobby Wrestling with the Bobby Wrestling Show. I'll holler at you later. Peace.
As Tony.
Where's my outro music? Got my outro music out. Where's my outro music? Guys, you can tell that it's been a while since I've done this. Where's my outro music? Oh, all right. It's over here.
Get ready.
You're listening to.
We are joy.
All right.